GTU गुजरात के साथ इस सीरीज को में किया है और अभी हम लोग इस थर्ड फेज में सर आपके साथ शुरुआत कर रहे हैं, जिसमें आज का मेरा सर का जो सजेस्टेड टॉपिक है हाउ टू बी रेडी फॉर फ्यूचर। हाँ, ये छात्र अपने भविष्य को लेकर के कैसे आगे अपनी प्लानिंग कर सकते हैं, इस बारे में है। मैं अपने डीन एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप प्रोफेसर सुबोध बैरिया सर से स्वागत उद्बोधन के लिए निवेदन करूंगा। उसके पश्चात मेरे पास सर का साइटेशन है, मैं उसे अपने सभी छात्रों के साथ शेयर करूंगा। और इस समय सो प्लीज प्रोफेसर सुबोध बैरिया सर फॉर वेलकम नोट।
Thank you, Abhishek ji. Dear sir, respected to the esteemed Honorable Vice Chancellor of AKTU, Professor Vinay Pathak sir, Co-Vice Chancellor Professor Vineet Kansal ji, today invited respected Speaker Dr. Kamal Karnatak ji, Group CIO, RJ Corporation, Gurugram, Haryana, Dr. Sachin ji, Nodal Officer TQ 3, Dr. Pradeep Kumar, Associate Dean UGSC, TQ Office, TQ 3 officers, Program Coordinator Abhishek Nandanji, present excellencies of AKTU, Deans, Director, and our valuable participants, faculties, and students. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all on behalf of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University as Dean Undergraduate Study and Entrepreneurship. I take this opportunity to express my endless gratitude to our Vice Chancellor, Professor Vinay Pathak sir, for his constant guidance, direction, and supervision and support. His positive outlook and confidence and his careful editing contributes enormously to the bring this innovative new education idea in technology in AKTU for the student and faculty under the umbrella of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan Yojana. I would express my heartfelt thanks to our today's speaker for sharing their expertise with us and promoting this idea also. Sir, the aim of this Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, as we see so many challenges and running institute, technical institute, due to COVID-19 pandemic lockdown, our Vice Chancellor sir suggests the best way to share information among all faculties and students using webinar, seminar, and FDP online mode. This is an innovative concept which only execute with the help of senior faculties from IIT, NIT, and various universities and industry person. They share his views how to work in future, and every student is thinking about his future. We are sure that this e-lecture series will motivate and certainly help to upgrade the enhancing technical knowledge during this pandemic lockdown period of institute for the benefit of institution, faculty, and student. Sir, this is another day of hosting third phase of e-lecture on Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan Technical Education, the development virtually connecting digitally education in India, which is of national and social importance, and this program contributes and accelerates the adoption of digital practice in society development program. Sir, the basic idea to develop the innovation skill, entrepreneurship, and thereby able to contribute for the Atmanirbhar Bharat technical education in India has many benefits for the student and faculty members to explore their inner skill, idea, and deliver it to the human mankind. Sir, in the phase 1 and phase 2, phase 1, we have 4 lecture series. Lecture 1 is related to the startup opportunity in Atmanirbhar Bharat by Professor Dr. Amit Kumar Dwivedi ji, EDII Ahmedabad. Sir, some important topic as role of IP protection, Indian startup ecosystem, role of manufacturing sector in Nirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Oh, sir, this is the phase 1 lectures. In phase 2, role of finance in Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan uh, is is given by Professor Prakash Singh from IIM Lucknow. The second lecture in step of institutional innovation system, some step for entrepreneurship ecosystem and identification problem statement and opportunity, uh, delivered by Shri Shailendra Jaiswal, the Principal Executive Director in reputed firm. Sir, as you know, the AKQ is a big university and 756 college is affiliated, and we have many streams like BTech, B Pharma, BR, Hotel Management, Fine Arts, MTech, MBA, MCA, many streams. We have more wide range of student and innovative concept. AKQ having own uh, Kalam Innovation Center, and many prototypes are developed. And we have one MOU with state government under the scheme of one district one product. सर, आज आपका जो टॉपिक है वो हाउ टू बी रेडी फॉर द फ्यूचर, इसको सुनने के लिए हम सब बड़े आतुर हैं, क्योंकि सबको अपने भविष्य की चिंता है कि हमारा आने वाला भविष्य क्या होगा। और सर, जहाँ तक है कि आपकी जो एजुकेशन क्वालिफिकेशन है वो जैसे आपका बीटेक और जो आप टेक्निकल विद मैनेजमेंट, तो आपका जो एप्लीकेशन ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी इन मैनेजमेंट, तो आप हमारे छात्रों को और फैकल्टी और सभी को इससे आपके ज्ञान से आज सब लाभान्वित होंगे और उनको ये पता चलेगा कि वो अपने फीचर्स में कैसे प्लानिंग करें और फ्यूचर का ट्रेंड क्या है। तो सर, इसी के साथ में आपका अपने AKTU विश्वविद्यालय परिवार की ओर से स्वागत करता हूं। और सर, मैं आशा करता हूं कि आज का लेक्चर्स जो भी आपका होगा वो हम सब के लिए बड़ा लाभ और बहुत ही एनर्जीफुल होगा और हम सब इससे बहुत लाभान्वित होंगे। थैंक यू सर।
सादर धन्यवाद सर, थैंक यू सो मच. Now I have a citation of Dr. Kamal sir. I have to explain this with our audience. 250 plus students have joined right now. Dr. Kamal Karnatak is an experienced Chief Information Officer with 25 plus a year of experience and had held senior IT leadership positions with Indian multinational companies in India. Dr. Kamal is known for consistently delivering businesses values by cultivating, motivating, and leading high-performance teams that are passionately invested in the organization's success and the enterprise. He is known for building in IT infrastructure from the sketch. He has worked in Aditya Birla Group, DCM Sriram, Consolidated Limited, Unitech before joining RG Corp. He has completed his doctorate from IIT Delhi. He is BTech and MBA. He has done management courses from the Indian Institute of Management Ahmedabad and Indian School of Business Hyderabad. He is keen observer, theater artist, Himalayan trekker, and a learner. Sir, today it is great to hear you on the theme how to be ready for future. In this continuation, I have our Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Vineet Kansal sir, I request him to kindly address this session, so that we can next listen you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Kamalji, for joining us. We all understand that we are what we would be in future and what is going to be with us in future. There are many people in the market to tell us, many astrologers, many palmists, they would tell us what we are going to be based on hunches, based on sciences. But many people do predict what is going to be happening. But how we are going to be ready and how do we, face as a professional the time of pandemic, and what should be our reaction to this time? That is actually very, very important. Somebody said it. If we are going to wait it for some place or something to happen, what is our reaction during the waiting time? That is very, very important, and that is going to determine our success. or not a success. I had an opportunity to listen Dr. Kamal before also, a wonderful speaker. And he's a person with a good command as far as the technical is concerned, as far as the managerial aspect or soft skills are concerned. So I am sure the people who would be attending this session today from various colleges in the entire state of Uttar Pradesh, from the various affiliating colleges, would be benefited out of his session. Thank you and welcome Dr. Kamalji, please.
Thank you, Professor Vineet. Thank you, Professor Subodh and Abhishek for introducing me. So I'm seeing that there are a lot of waiting and enthusiastic students are there. So I would be definitely trying to help them for what kind of future is in front of all of us. But first, let me tell you, it is my proud privilege and honor to be in this platform where I would be addressing the prestigious universities students, and I'm able to play my role of giving education or giving back to society. With that, let me share my screen so that I can share my presentation. So I think screen is visible.
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay, so start karte hain. Be ready for the future. So for all the students, what future is there, we don't know. But how we can determine what is the future? Professor Vineet said that maybe some astrologers are telling us what is the future. But today, let us try to find out. हम पता करते हैं कि future क्या होगा और उसके लिए हमको कैसे ready होना चाहिए. But before that, this is me. You can connect me over LinkedIn. This is my profile there. So you can, if you want to share some learning, if you want to ask questions, post this session, you can connect me over LinkedIn. My Twitter handle is also there. You can connect me there. So let's start with the formal presentation. Changing times need changing perspective. जब समय बदलता है, हमारी सराउंडिंग्स बदलती हैं, तो हमें अपने आप को भी बदलना पड़ता है. इस चीज पर आधारित है हमारा आज का ये presentation which I am going to present in front of you. So let's start with a story. The story of a bird. एक चिड़िया की कहानी. और चलते हैं आज से लगभग 300-350 साल पहले. This is a bird called dodo. This bird used to live in an island which is now known as Mauritius. डोडो चिड़िया वहां पर पिछले कई हजारों साल से, thousands of years, this dodo bird was living in that particular island. In fact, the contemporary record suggests this bird came thousands of years ago in that particular island as a pigeon. But over a period of time, that bird has lost the ability of flying because उस island में, उस द्वीप में उसके खाने के लिए सब कुछ था और उसका कोई शिकारी नहीं था. There was no predator for that bird dodo. So over a period of time, the bird has lost its ability of flying. In fact, when some people went there in the year 1598, suddenly things changed. Over these thousands of years, the bird has grown to 23 kg. The size of the bird became 3 kg. Because in that particular island, all the resources, all the natural resources were there for that particular bird, dodo. तो उसको कहीं जाने की जरूरत नहीं थी. सारा खाना उसको वहां मिलता था because that island was full of natural resources and there was no human at that point of time. Something changed in the year 1598. 1598 में कुछ नया हुआ. वो नया क्या हुआ? There came a ship. A ship was coming from Portugal to India. पुर्तगाल से सूरत की ओर एक शिप जा रहा था और उस शिप का खाना खत्म हो गया. Suddenly, and at that point of time, it यूज्ड टू टेक लॉट ऑफ टाइम। 3 से 4 महीने लगते थे एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाने में जहाज से, और जहाज में बहुत सारा सामान था लेकिन खाने का सामान खत्म हो गया। सडनली द सेलर फाउंड दैट आइलैंड, उनको एक आइलैंड दिखा और उन्होंने वहां पे डेरा डाल दिया, वहां पे लंगर डाल दिया। एंड दे फाउंड द बर्ड डोडो देयर। सो सिंस दे वर हैविंग नो फूड, दे ट्राई टू ईट दैट बर्ड। और उस चिड़िया को ये पता नहीं था कि ह्यूमंस हैं, वो खुद ही चल के उनके पास पहुंच जाती थी, उनके शिप के पास पहुंच जाती थी। और सेलर्स के लिए बहुत आसान था चिड़िया को पकड़ना, उसको मारना और उसको खाना। बट there were lot of pigs, lot of rats, lot of other things which came with humans. धीरे धीरे वहां पे लोगों ने अपनी बस्तियां बनाना शुरू कर दिया, बिकॉज उनको ये पता लगा कि एक नया द्वीप है जो फुल ऑफ नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज है। So after 1598, the Mauritius started attracting humans because it was in between Portugal and India. तो वहां पे लोगों ने बस्तियां बसाना शुरू कर दिया। ह्यूमंस के साथ वहां पर पिग्स और रैट आए। ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम देयर वर लॉट ऑफ प्रेडेटर्स फॉर दैट बर्ड डोडो, बट द डोडो हैज नॉट चेंज हरसेल्फ और हिमसेल्फ। उसने अपने आप को चेंज नहीं किया, उसकी सराउंडिंग सडनली चेंज हो गई। वहां पे नए तरह के लोग आ गए, नए तरह के जानवर आ गए, नए तरह के शिकारी आ गए, लेकिन ना तो उसने उड़ने की कोशिश की, ना उसने भागने की कोशिश की। इनफैक्ट वो खुद ही आके सेलर्स के पास या पिग्स के पास या रैट्स के पास या कैट के पास चली जाती थी। सो ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम इन नेक्स्ट 65 years द बर्ड डोडो गॉट एक्सटिंक्ट। 1662 में लास्ट डोडो देखी गई थी। उसके बाद डोडो चिड़िया इस पृथ्वी से गायब हो गई। So now we say dodo were flightless birds that once inhabited the island of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean. वो चिड़िया जो उस द्वीप में हजारों साल से रह रही थी, और कुछ रिकॉर्ड्स तो ये भी बताते हैं कि मिलियन ऑफ ईयर से रह रही थी। But suddenly the bird got extinct. In fact, there are phrases in English as dead as dodo, as lazy as dodo, because dodo was a lazy bird. Dodo was a dead bird. चेंज herself, उसने अपने आप को बदला नहीं, उसकी सराउंडिंग चेंज हो गई। सडनली नई चीजें आ गई, लेकिन चिड़िया ने अपने आप को चेंज नहीं किया। तो डोडो became extinct. So this is a kind of change which we all witness in our surroundings, not today but always, because change is constant. चेंज हमेशा होता है, हमें उस चेंज के हिसाब से अपने आप को ढालना पड़ता है। If you want to read more about these kind of change, I would suggest 2 books. Who Moved My Cheese is one book. Another book is Our Iceberg is Melting. So I can share about those books post this session. Those books also tell about the changes and how we need to react with those changes. But before moving into those changes, we need to understand what are those changes. जो changes हो क्या रहे हैं हमारी सोसाइटी में, हमारे आसपास। तो यदि हम देखें, as dodo has got extinct, devices are getting extinct. यदि हम देखें, आज से 10 साल पहले या 20 साल पहले हमारे पास वीडियो कैमरा हुआ करता था, हमारे पास वॉच हुआ करती थी, हमारे पास डिजिटल डायरी हुआ करती थी। बट आज के दिन वो सारी डिवाइसेस खत्म होती जा रही हैं। हमारे पास एक स्मार्टफोन नामक कोई चीज आ गई है। सो डिवाइसेस आर गेटिंग एक्सटिंक्ट। एंड व्हाट इज हैपनिंग? In fact, in 2011, Mark Anderson has said, software is eating the world. Software संसार की चीजों को खा रहा है, और हम इस चीज को हमारे आसपास देख रहे हैं। यदि हम देखें, हमारे डेस्क पे पहले बहुत सारी चीजें होती थी, बुक्स होती थी, कैलेंडर होते थे, फोटो फ्रेम्स होते थे, एल्बम्स होते थे। वो सारी चीजें खत्म हो गई हैं। सारी चीजें एक डिवाइस के अंदर सिमटती जा रही हैं, सारी चीजें ऐप बनती जा रही हैं। एवरीथिंग इज एपिफाइड नाउ। हर चीज का एक ऐप बन जा रहा है। आपको कोई भी चीज देखनी है तो आप उस ऐप के थ्रू देख लेते हो। तो फिजिकल थिंग्स आर चेंजिंग एंड software related things are coming. Soft things are coming. So this is the change which we are witnessing. If you see this change through a data, digital is changing. Out of 7.75 billion people on the earth, 5.19 billion people are using phones. Roughly 67% of population is having phone. And what they are doing in that phone, if you see time spent with the media, roughly 7 hours. 24 घंटे में 7 घंटे दिन के लोग फोन पर बिता रहे हैं for consuming lot of media. Media in terms of social media, media in terms of television, media in terms of streaming services, YouTube, Netflix, Hotstar. There are many streaming services, and they are also playing games. In fact, there are 2 hours 25 minutes of online time is being spent on social networking, and that time is increasing year by year. If you see the graph 2018 से 2020 तक 23% का जंप हो गया, और ये पूरे वर्ल्ड के डेटा है. You will say कि ये तो वर्ल्ड के हैं, इंडिया में क्या हो रहा है? इंडिया में भी बहुत कुछ हो रहा है. If you see this, in India last 1 year 23% new people have added into the internet population. 127 new people have started using internet, and even after doing that, there is still a lot of scope. Still there are 50% of unconnected people in India which are not connected. तो सोचिए जब वो सारे लोग भी connected हो जाएंगे तो क्या होगा? तो suddenly digital environment कैसे change होगा? Because past is a viewpoint which tells us what has happened in past and which tells us what can happen in future. Nobody can predict future, but seeing your past, you can be ready for the future. तो हमारे आसपास जो ये डिजिटल एक्सप्लोजन हो रहा है इंटरनेट के माध्यम से, डेटा के माध्यम से, उसके लिए हमको कैसे तैयार होना है? What are the skills for the future? What kind of skills we should understand, we should learn for the future? यदि हम आज से 20 साल पहले, आज से 200 साल पहले की बात करें, जब राजाओं का जमाना था, तो तलवार चलाना एक बहुत बड़ी स्किल होती थी. A people who is a very good sword wielder, he used to have a lot of value. And उस समय बोलते थे perform or perish, because death और life का game होता था. Fortunately or unfortunately, the world is still there. You need to perform or you will perish. So for that kind of world, what are the skills you require? You require very important steps, very important skills. So you need to understand those skills. You must be wondering that you need to do scams or you need to do riots and then hit the bar. No, it is not the case. These are the terms which will help you to remember what are those skills which are required. You don't have to hit the bar, you don't have to do the riot, but you need to understand about social media. Social media में क्या हो रहा है? लोग कैसे change हो रहे हैं? लोगों की predictions कैसे change हो रही हैं? लोगों की आदतें कैसे change हो रही हैं? Digital marketing, social digital marketing is becoming a very important thing for the future. So you need to understand that. You need to understand how to analyze social media data. Sentiment analysis is going to be big word. Second skill is cloud computing. Cloud computing is changing the world. You don't have everything needs to be on your laptop or on your smartphone. You can use any application which is situated somewhere on the cloud. आप अपनी Gmail यूज करते हैं जो आपके पास नहीं है, कहीं क्लाउड में है. आप WhatsApp यूज करते हैं, उसके मैसेज आपके पास नहीं है, कहीं और है, कहीं और क्लाउड में है. Third is analytics. Data science is becoming a very important role. In fact, there was an article that data science is going to be a sexiest job of 21st century. So data science is going to be very important skill for the future. Mobile devices, everybody is playing with mobile devices. But there are a lot of business ideas which are coming from mobile devices. There are people who are making apps, and selling app is also going to be a very big business. There are a lot of people who are already doing it. UX design. जिसको हम बोलते हैं यूजेबिलिटी डिजाइन। आप कैसा यूजर इंटरफेस डिजाइन करें जिससे ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोग आपके ऐप को पसंद करें और उससे जुड़े रहें। So mobile device is going to be a big thing for big skills for the future. Second is BAR. BAR stands for blockchain. Blockchain is another skill where there is no need of centralized repository. People are saying that in future there is no need of any centralized government regulated banks like RBI, because everything can be a peer-to-peer and through a ledger, which can be implemented through a technology called blockchain. It is a trust-based thing. Then there is a very important technology which is called artificial intelligence. And we will talk more about artificial intelligence in today's lecture. And third is robotics. Robotics is going to play a very important role. We are talking about self-driving car. So robotics is going to play a very big role in that. So that is BAR. Now comes to the riot. R stands for reality, your augmented reality, your virtual reality. How you are changing your perception digitally. You don't have to go there. You can feel the reality. You can feel that kind of reality sitting at your home. Many of the education areas, many of the healthcare areas, people are talking about a lot of things in reality. And last one is the Internet of Things, where devices are getting smart, where devices are talking to each other, where sensors are talking to each other. यदि आपके फ्रिज में सामान खत्म हो गया तो फ्रिज ने अपने आप ऑर्डर कर दिया और सामान आपके स्टोर से आपके घर पहुंच गया। यदि आप घर पहुंच रहे हैं और आपको नींद आ गई तो आपकी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी अपने आप बंद हो गई, आपका एसी एक पर्टिकुलर टेम्परेचर पे सेट हो गया। These are all Internet of Things, where devices are talking to each other. In all those 9 technologies which we have discussed through Scam, BAR, and Riot, artificial intelligence is one technology which is going to change the future. So all 9 technologies are important, but you can be master only one. So through one technology, I will tell you how to master a technology, how to master a skill which is going to come in the future. So first discuss about artificial intelligence, how it is changing the world. Artificial intelligence is bringing new human capabilities. हमारे सुनने की शक्ति बढ़ रही है, हमारे देखने की शक्ति बढ़ रही है, हमारे काम करने की शक्ति बढ़ रही है through artificial intelligence. In fact, people are saying that our world will change more in next 20 years than in the previous 300 years. 300 साल में जो हुआ वो अगले 20 साल में होने वाला है. So just think how fast that change is going to be. But it could be heaven or it could be hell. For somebody it could be heaven, for somebody it could be hell. But the future is better than we think if we don't confuse the tool with the purpose. Artificial intelligence has a purpose. We need to understand that purpose and we need to be ready for that purpose. People are saying that data is new oil and artificial intelligence is new electricity. There are a lot of companies who are investing in those companies which are having a lot of data. Recently, you must have heard that there are a lot many companies who are investing in one Indian company called Jio. Why? Because Jio has the data. So data is becoming the new oil and artificial intelligence is like the new electricity. So artificial intelligence is changing the world. The world was, in 1900, it was a systems era. People are tabulating things. Suddenly came a computers in 1950s and it became a programmable systems era where you can program something and computer will follow your instructions. Now it is no longer a programming era. You don't have to program. You just provide the data and right tool technology. Computer will behave like humans. So computer has the ability to hear. It has ability to see. It has ability to speak and over a period of time learn. You must have heard about the word machine learning. जो हमने analytics की बात की थी. आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की तो बात कर रहे हैं, इसमें मशीन लर्निंग इज गोइंग टू प्ले अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. So what is going to change? Every routine thing is going to change. जो भी चीज रूटीन में है, जो भी चीज चलते हुए आई है और जो एक रूटीन की तरह से हो रही है, that can be digitized or that can be automated. So it is a threat also. Anything which is routine is going to change. In fact, if you can describe your job, it will probably be automated. यदि आप अपने जॉब को डिफाइन कर सकते हैं कि आप क्या करते हैं सुबह से शाम तक, so it can be digitized, it can be programmed, it can be automated. So see how future is going to change. In fact, people are saying that in the era of artificial intelligence, why humans are required? Useless humans, because everything can be automated. Obviously, that is future, but that is a future for which we need to be ready. We need to have those kind of skills. But just try to understand why AI. अभी AI की बातें हर कोई क्यों कर रहा है? Why now? Suddenly what has changed? कंप्यूटर तो आज से 50 साल से हैं, 1950s से कंप्यूटर है, but suddenly what has changed? In fact, if you go back into the history, the word AI was coined in 1956 by John McCarthy. 1956 से आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस पे काम हो रहा है, एक्टिवली काम हो रहा है, but suddenly AI has become a new buzzword and everybody is talking about AI. Why? Because now we have lot of data. We have a data at core. हमारे data centers में जो data है, जो हम अपने systems में काम कर रहे हैं. We have a data at the edge. हमारे जो cell phone हैं, हम उससे जो data generate कर रहे हैं. हमारे ब्रांच ऑफिसेस जो हैं वो जो डेटा जनरेट कर रहे हैं. देन देयर इज एंड पॉइंट डेटा, जो सेंसर जो डेटा, हमने जब आईओटी की बात की थी हमने बोला कि सेंसर्स लग जाएंगे हर डिवाइस पे, बट दो सेंसर्स आर अल्टीमेटली जनरेटिंग डेटा. इनफैक्ट आईडीसी इज प्रेडिक्टिंग बाय 2025 we would be having 175 zettabytes of data. See the growth from 2010 to 2025. It is a predicted one and people are saying कि इससे भी ज़्यादा होगा, but it is a prediction based on the past. As I said, future is the replica of the past. हम past को लेते हैं, उसको extrapolate करते हैं और future पे पहुंचते हैं. उसके हिसाब से 175 zettabyte की बात हो रही है. Just try to understand what that 175 zettabyte is. एक जेटाबाइट मतलब 1 ट्रिलियन गीगाबाइट. हम गीगाबाइट ही समझते हैं अभी तक, जीबी की बात करते हैं हम. एक जेटाबाइट 1 ट्रिलियन गीगाबाइट के बराबर है. यदि हम 175 जेटाबाइट की डीवीडी बना लें तो यहां से मून तक की जितनी दूरी है उसको हम 23 टाइम्स कवर कर सकते हैं, या उस डीवीडी की जो लेंथ होगी उससे हम अर्थ को 222 टाइम्स कवर कर सकते हैं. So it's a huge data. That is the data which people can't even visualize. यदि हम उस डेटा को डाउनलोड करना एक व्यक्ति चालू करे with the speed of 25 MB per second, it will take 1.8 billion years to download that data. So that is a power of data. That kind of data we are going to generate. So with that data comes AI, because AI sits on top of data. But AI से होगा क्या यदि हम इसको समझने की कोशिश करें थोड़ा. In every field, whether it is banking, whether it is transport, retail space, education, communication, in every field, AI is going to come and AI is going to change the entire thing. आज हम यदि अमेजन पे जाते हैं तो उसमें जो रिकमेंडेशन इंजन लगा हुआ है वो हमको रिकमेंड करता है. हम यूट्यूब पे जाते हैं, वो हमारी प्रेफरेंसेस के हिसाब से हमको रिकमेंड करता है that what kind of video I should watch. That is AI. If I type something on Google search, it predicts what I am going to type. In fact, that technology has now come on a Gmail also. If you start typing in Gmail, it predicts. How it happens? It happens because of AI. If you go into Facebook and if you upload a photo of your friend, it automatically tries to tag it from where that intelligence is coming. That intelligence is coming from artificial intelligence. So in every area, in every field, artificial intelligence is going to play a big role. So as a student, you must be thinking, okay, yes, artificial intelligence is important. It is going to change the future. But as a student, what I am supposed to do? And even if I know what I am supposed to do, how to do that? So ये question हमारे दिमाग में आता है. So I am going to tell you a 5-step formula, which is not only true for artificial intelligence, but it is true for learning any new skill. If you find that formula, try to implement that in today's world, you are going to be ready for the future. Whatever future that is, you are going to be ready for that. So let's try to understand that formula. First part is read. There is no substitution of reading. Obviously, the device can change. In case of digital, you may think of digital book rather than a physical book. But you need to read. You need to read books. You need to read blogs. You need to read case studies. You need to read papers, research papers. So you need to read all those things. Second, you need to learn. How you can learn? You can learn through online courses. You can learn through online courses. In fact, I will tell you some of the things in my future slides, how you can learn and what are the courses for artificial intelligence you need to take. So that is the second step. Third step is, and that is a very important step nowadays in this digital world, that you need to follow. You need to follow experts of that particular technology. You need to follow influencers who are influencing that particular technology, who are changing the market in that particular technology. And fourth is, you need to do. And you need to learn by doing. You need to start practicing. You will say that this is only a 4-step. What about the 5th step? I said it is a 5-step formula. So what is the 5th step? And 5th step is very important. You need to be consistent. You cannot say that it is a 4-step formula for next week or next month or next year. No, it is for the lifetime, because world is changing continuously. You cannot be ready for that unless and until you continuously change yourself. So you need to be consistent. In fact, that is the same formula which I am also using to learn. Even after graduating from engineering college, just like you, I am learning. I am learning every day. And I am using the same formula. So better start learning. Start learning from today. There is no better day of starting any new thing than today. So आज से ही हम इस 4-step formula को follow करने लगे और 5th step को हमेशा याद रखें. That these 4 steps are for future, forever. हमेशा के लिए वो 4 step हमको याद रखते हैं. So let us come to the first step. First step is reading. The person who doesn't read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. And reading doesn't mean that only reading. Reading means understanding. You need to learn. You need to unlearn those stale concepts. So पुरानी चीजें, वो बासी चीजें जो अब यूज नहीं होती, उनको हमें unlearn करना है and try to relearn. So Alvin Toffler has said that you need to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So reading is very important. So now come to the artificial intelligence. हम artificial intelligence की बात करें तो क्या पढ़ना चाहिए? So I'll suggest some of the basic books which will give you the basic idea about artificial intelligence. Those are not technical books. So as a student, you can start from those books and then you can graduate to a bigger level. So these are the books. You can note down those names. If you want, I can share it post my session with your coordinator so that you can get that particular thing also. But if you want to note down, these are the 4 books I would recommend for for starting your skill level in artificial intelligence. So that is the first step. Start reading books. But I said not only books, because the way the things are changing, even books are getting outdated. Those books are 2 years, 3 years, or maybe 5 years down the line old. But things are changing, so you need to read blogs. So this is one of the blog, Data IQ blog, which I would suggest for artificial intelligence. And every other day you will find that there are new articles in this blog. So this is only one of the sample I am giving. If you search on a Google, you can find various such types of blogs, and you can start following them for artificial intelligence. So that is the first part, read. Second part, I said learn. Learn through courses. So there are courses which are free. You don't have to pay anything. Only thing you need to pay attention. You need to pay through your time. So this is a very good course, AI for Everyone by Andrew Ng. Andrew Ng, incidentally, is a founder of Coursera, and he has very good course. This is for AI, but for machine learning also, for neural network also, for deep learning also. He has various courses which you can learn free of cost. You don't have to pay anything. Obviously, if you want certificate, then you want to pay. But in order to build your skill, you need to learn, and you can learn free of cost. Then there is, as I said, Data IQ blog. In Data IQ, there is a learning section also. If you go into that particular site, you can learn from that blog also. There is another very good and free course which is available free of cost, and I have put the site name elementsofai.com. It's a Helsinki University's course. So part 1 is already released, Introduction to AI, and you will get a certificate also. If you do this course, you will get a certificate also which can add value to your career, and you will be able to understand the basics of AI. So in starting, you need to understand the basics. You don't have to go into the details. But if you have understood the basic, then if you want to go into the little technical part, then on YouTube, there is a course. There are courses on artificial intelligence and in other technologies by Free Code Camp. So you can go there and you can start learning. So these are the courses which are available free of cost. Again, I'm emphasizing, as a student, there are concerns that I want to learn, but I don't have money. You don't need money. You need time. You need attention. So all those things are free of course available. Then there are influencers. There are experts whom you need to follow. So there are various sites who publish the list of influencers. So these are the digital influencers for 2019 and 2020. So you can go into this website and you can find out all those 50 people. If you don't want to follow those 50 people, I have curtailed that list to only 5. You can note down those 5 names. So these are Twitter handles. If you see this, so this is a Twitter handle, this is a Twitter handle, this is a Twitter handle. So these are the Twitter handles, but you can follow them on Twitter. You can follow them on LinkedIn. You can also follow them on Medium. Medium is another good place where they put articles, they put their opinions. In fact, Cassie Kozyrkov, she is the head of decision intelligence in Google, and Google is doing a lot of things in terms of AI. So you can follow her. Similarly, you can follow other people on Medium. So these are the 5 names which you should follow as far as artificial intelligence is concerned. But what you need to do, just don't do things. Do things differently. Follow these 4 steps, but try to learn as much as possible. Try to remember as much as possible. If you do things differently, you are a winner. So these are the 4 steps. But what is the 5th step? 5th step is consistency. So you need to practice. You need to practice continuously. In the area of artificial intelligence, there is a lot of programming which is involved. So there are a lot of programming languages like Python, like R, like Lisp. There are a lot of programming languages which are required. If you want to go into that programming area, good, you can learn those programming languages. But even if you don't want to go into the programming area, suppose you are a mechanical engineer, you don't want to go into the programming, so you can learn about robotics. You can learn how programs are affecting or going to affect the future of cars. What a self-driving car would do. As a mechanical engineer, it is going to be very important thing for me to understand how in future self-driving cars are going to function, how they are going to see other cars, how they are going to curtail their speed when suddenly there is some vehicle which is coming from front. So how that self-driving car is going to work? So for that, you don't need to understand programming. You just need to understand how that programming, how that code is going to change your domain area. You need to be expert in your domain area. So you need to practice, you need to practice, and you need to practice. I would emphasize more and more on this. So you need to be consistent to, attain any skill. But practice will not make you perfect. As a student, many times, and this has happened with me also, this has happened with various other people also, and we have heard that practice makes man perfect. No, my view is practice not make you perfect, because there is no one in this earth who is perfect, because the world is changing, because the surroundings are changing. हमारे आसपास का वातावरण चेंज हो रहा है. So we will not be perfect at any point of time. We will always be in learning mode. We will always be enhancing our skills. Today it is artificial intelligence. Tomorrow it will be something else. 20 years back, when we were graduating from college, computer was a new thing. We have not heard mobile at that point of time. Mobile उस समय आया ही नहीं था. So we used to learn about computers. In fact, I still remember उस समय computers boot करने के लिए एक बड़ी सी floppy की जरूरत होती थी. And as a student, we were supposed to buy that floppy, which used to cost us 35 rupees. तो 35 रुपए की floppy खरीदे नहीं खरीदे ये सोचते थे, because at that point of time, even that money was big for us. So that word has changed. Now a person born and he or she gets iPad, he or she gets a smartphone. In fact, your education is happening online. Maybe 3 years back, people have not thought about it. Yes, there were some of the courses, but mass scale online learning was a dream. But the suddenly world has changed and everybody is learning online through these kind of sessions. And your university is doing very good effort for bringing experts and making you learn through this new medium. So practice will not make you perfect, because you are born to be real, not to be perfect. You need to be real. You need to be consistent. So what you need to do, you need to set some goals. अपने आप के लिए कुछ गोल बनाइए कि in next week or in next month or in next year, I am supposed to do that. And then demolish that goal. Means achieve that goal and set some new goals. So this is also a continuous process. Set some goals, demolish them, and set some further goals. Then do one thing every day that scares you. यदि पढ़ाई से डर लगता है तो हर दिन कुछ नया पढ़ें. यदि किसी और चीज से डर लगता है, किसी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज से डर लगता है, इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग से डर लगता है, टेक्सटाइल इंजीनियरिंग से डर लगता है, तो हर दिन उसको पढ़ने की कोशिश करें. So do one thing every day that scares you. It will make you ready for the future. It will not guarantee that you won't face problems in the future, because problems are part of human existence. But you will be ready to face those problems. So do one thing every day that scares you. In today's world, so before ending, I would like to give this message to you. Knowledge is everywhere. Knowledge बिखरी पड़ी हुई है. If you go in Google or on internet, you will find a lot of nuggets of knowledge. But that knowledge doesn't mean anything unless and until you have the experience of connect that knowledge. As Steve Jobs used to say, connect the dots. So you need to find the right knowledge for yourself, because everybody is unique. As I said, in artificial intelligence, the recommendation which comes in Amazon, the recommendation which come in Netflix or in YouTube, it is unique. In fact, ads which you see on the internet, those are also unique. Those are dependent on your taste, your wish, your liking. So similarly, everybody is unique. So it is your experience which grasps that knowledge and try to connect those. But the creativity is you connect those dots in a meaningful way, in a creative way. So same knowledge is lying with experience, with creativity. You can convert that knowledge into some meaningful things. So for that, you need creativity. With that, I'll finish my lecture. If you have any questions, I'm ready to take those questions.
थैंक यू सो मच सर. मेरी आपका बहुत इंफॉर्मेटिव और मोटिवेशनल सेशन था. इस बीच हमारे पास 2 क्वेश्चंस आए हैं सर. आरती राज ये पूछना चाह रहे हैं, प्लीज टेल अबाउट द टेक्नोलॉजी रिलेटेड टू सिविल इंजीनियरिंग.
As I said about artificial intelligence हर एरिया में आ रहा है. तो सिविल इंजीनियरिंग में भी ऐसी एरियाज हैं जहां पे आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का यूज हो रहा है. बट not only artificial intelligence, there are other areas where you can learn yourself, learn new skills. For example, civil engineering में हम क्या करते हैं? हम कुछ एक रियल एस्टेट बनाते हैं, या हम एक ब्रिज बनाते हैं, या हम एक रोड बनाते हैं. How to market that particular thing? If you are part of a real estate company and if you are making homes, how you will market? You will market through digital marketing. So digital marketing is very important. Your social marketing is very important. There are a lot of machines which are coming where robotics is being used. पहले हर चीज ईंट, सीमेंट और गारा होती थी. Now there are prefabricated structures which are coming, and there are machines. So a lot of, because anywhere where labor is being used, that is going to automate it at some point of time. It is always cost arbitrary. अभी रोबोट का बनाने का खर्चा आदमी के खर्चे से ज्यादा है, इसलिए हम लेबर यूज कर रहे हैं. बट कल के दिन
कम हो जाएगा तो हम लोग
तो हम रोबोट्स यूज करना चालू करेंगे. बट रोबोट्स यूज करने से किसकी जॉब जाएगी? मजदूर की जॉब जाएगी. लेकिन जो रोबोट्स को संभालेगा उसकी एक नई जॉब क्रिएट होगी. देयर विल बी न्यू पीपल हु वुड बी रिक्वायर्ड टू मैनेज दैट रोबोट्स, टू प्रोग्राम दैट रोबोट्स, टू इंस्ट्रक्ट दैट रोबोट्स. आज से 25 साल पहले इंडिया में कंप्यूटर इंजीनियर की जरूरत नहीं थी, बट अब जरूरत हो गई है. देयर आर कंपनीज लाइक इन्फोसिस, लाइक TCS. Those have gained lot of money in last 25 years by supplying people, by creating services for the people, by creating digital services. Those were not there 25 years ago. So in future, those kind of new jobs are coming.
Thank you, sir. One more question from Priyanshu Rastogi. He would like to ask, sir, what will be the first step in AI? Artificial intelligence के लिए पहला स्टेप उनके लिए क्या होना चाहिए कि स्टूडेंट के
लेवल पे? रीड फर्स्ट, ट्राई टू रीड, बिकॉज ये 35 मिनट या 40 मिनट का लेक्चर कुछ नहीं कर सकता. एंड इवन 4 घंटे का लेक्चर भी मैं लूं तब भी कुछ नहीं हो सकता, बिकॉज यू हैव योर ओन पेस ऑफ लर्निंग. सो फर्स्ट रीड what is artificial intelligence, because artificial intelligence has various meanings. So come from your point of view. यदि मैं सिविल इंजीनियर हूं तो मुझे अपने एरिया में देखना पड़ेगा हाउ आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस इज गोइंग टू चेंज माय एरिया. As a mechanical engineer, I need to look something different. In fact, last week I was talking to someone. We have a connectivity with NESCOM, and we were working with Grasim Chemical. तो वहाँ पे बॉबिन्स बनती हैं, जो धागा बनता है. हर धागे की जो हर बॉबिन होती है, आज के दिन उसको मैनुअली कोई व्यक्ति देखता है, चेक करता है कि इसमें कोई डिफेक्ट तो नहीं है. So we were discussing, can we put cameras and automatically camera would identify if there are defects or not. If there are defects, तो बॉबिन को अलग कर दे, सही बॉबिन को आगे जाने दे. And we were thinking about this, but next 6 months, 1 year, somebody will come out with a solution, and we will be able to do that. So in every area, there is a need of artificial intelligence, and people are using it. So first, try to read what artificial intelligence is, how in your area it is going to change your domain, and then take our next step, take course. So I have already given my 4-step formula. So follow that 4-step formula and you will be able to learn.
And fifth is more important, consistency.
Yes, fifth is very important.
नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन मिस्टर ये अमिता तिवारी हैं. फॉर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक इंजीनियरिंग व्हाट टेक्नोलॉजी इज टू लर्न फॉर बेस्ट कैरियर. ये अपने कैरियर से रिलेटेड पूछना चाह रहे हैं.
हर जगह में मैंने 9 टेक्नोलॉजी बताई हैं. सो आई हैव गिवन यू स्कैम, बार एंड रायट. So these are the 9 technologies for the future. So it depends on your interest. If you are interested in digital marketing, go for social media. If you are interested in, creating app, you are creative, you can understand UX design, go for mobile device or app creation. If you know more about finance, if you have an interest in finance, go for blockchain. If you have general intelligence, because artificial intelligence, again, I would say artificial intelligence is going to be there, and especially in electronic engineering, if you have a inclination towards hardware, it is going to change a lot of things, because there are many things which are coming in the area of artificial intelligence and electronics. Because all chips, computer की जो power बढ़ रही है, हम GPU, CPU की जो बात करते हैं, it is all electronics engineering. And through electronics engineering only we are going to attempt those kind of artificial intelligence thing, because यदि computer नहीं होगा, उसका chip नहीं होगी, तो हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते. So that is another area. Hardware is also another area where you can go, but not the old hardware, not the old microprocessor. New artificial intelligence based hardware. What Tesla is doing, Tesla is building self-driving cars. How that self-driving car is being built? Through electronics. There are a lot of electronics parts which are going to come into the car. We are seeing only the car. So Tesla की यदि वो जो कार आ रही है या आएगी, it is not electronic engineer or electrical engineering or mechanical engineering. It is a culmination of all. It has electronic engineering, it has electrical engineering, because it will be driven by battery. No fossil fuel is required. So it is electrical engineering. It is computer engineering. Computer engineering based on hardware, robotics, also programming. It will be upgraded through a program. It will see through a program. It will visualize through a program. So it is a culmination of all the domains. It is a culmination of all the engineering branches. So हर एरिया में, चाहे वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक हो, चाहे वो सिविल हो, चाहे मैकेनिकल हो, हर एरिया में ये 9 की 9 टेक्नोलॉजी आ रही हैं. फाइंड आउट हाउ इट इज गोइंग टू इम्पैक्ट योर कैरियर.
सर मीनवाइल अपनी प्रेजेंटेशन के बीच में आपने 2 बुक्स के बारे में जिक्र किया था. इन दोनों बुक्स का नाम अगर आप बता दें तो मैं उसको अपने स्टूडेंट्स के साथ शेयर कर सकूं, so that they can access that these books.
मैंने एक तो आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की जो बुक बताई थी, वो 4 बुक तो ये हैं. ये मैं बाद में व्हाट्सएप पे कर दूंगा. These are the 4 books which are very important for artificial intelligence. But in order to understand general change management, I have also shared 2 books. Who Moved My Cheese? छोटी छोटी दोनों बुक हैं, मुश्किल से 60-70 पेज की बुक होंगी, और स्टोरी फॉर्मेट में दोनों बुक हैं. और जानवरों की स्टोरी है. Who Moved My Cheese में एक चूहे की कहानी है, और My Iceberg is Melting या Our Iceberg is Melting एक पेंगुइन की कहानी है. दोनों चेंज मैनेजमेंट की बुक्स हैं, छोटी छोटी फिक्शनल बुक्स हैं, बट इट गिव्स अ वेरी गुड input how to change yourself. And change doesn't mean only changing your external thing. Change means changing you internally, doing an inner transformation, how to change your mindset. तो बोलते हैं यदि परिस्थिति बदलनी है तो मनस्थिति को बदलना पड़ेगा. बिना मनस्थिति को बदले हुए हम परिस्थिति को चेंज नहीं कर सकते, और परिस्थिति को बहुत समय हम चेंज नहीं कर सकते. इसीलिए देयर इज अ कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ एरिया ऑफ कंसर्न एंड एरिया ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस. देयर इज समथिंग व्हिच वी कैन ओनली कंसर्न अबाउट. किसी के बारे में हम सिर्फ चिंता कर सकते हैं, हम उसको इन्फ्लुएंस नहीं कर सकते. बट देयर इज समथिंग व्हिच कैन बी चेंज, व्हिच कैन बी इन्फ्लुएंस्ड. वो इन्फ्लुएंस का दायरा हमको बढ़ाना है. एंड ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम एरिया ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस गेट बिगर एंड बिगर and your area of concern gets shorter and shorter. So वो दो किताबें, Who Moved My Cheese and Our Iceberg is Melting, is very good for understanding change management.
मीनवाइल जो स्टूडेंट्स इस पूरे सेशन को नहीं अटेंड कर पाए हैं, ये पूरा लेक्चर यूट्यूब पर AKTU के ऑफिशियल हैंडल पर अवेलेबल है. वो इसको बाद में भी ये देख सकते हैं, क्योंकि ऐसा मोटिवेशनल लेक्चर इसमें काफ़ी सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन हैं, खासकर वो 5 फार्मूलाज वो हैं. तो इसी समय अब मैं काफ़ी कुछ क्वेश्चंस को एडजस्ट कर लिया हूँ. काफ़ी सारे स्टूडेंट्स ने सर आपको थैंक यू और वेलकम और बेस्ट विशेस भेजा है सर. अब मैं अपने प्रतिकुलपति महोदय से आग्रह करूंगा कि इस कार्यक्रम के समापन के लिए एक फाइनल नोट एड्रेस करें, प्लीज सर.
Thank you, Dr. Kamal. It has been really a very nice and engaging session, and I could see, the students who have joined in the beginning with a lot of slides, stories, and learning insights were being connected. And this has been a session where concerns and questions were also being raised. Some are being answered. Some students need to understand, based on the hint and the directions have been given. And I'm sure we would be having more sessions with you, a continuing sessions, or we call it a booster session, or phase 2, phase 3, phase 4 sessions. We can have a series of sessions with you. And thank you so much for finding out a time and sharing your thoughts with the students and enlightening them. I'm sure the students are being benefited out of it. But as said, it is their willpower, their determination, their consistency, their perseverance, their hard work, their determination, their zeal, their passion. All this will decide their, commitment towards learning. And thank you very much once again for joining us and with the University AKTU. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you so much.